come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run on first down. It's Knight. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Andata bene, va qua.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jones. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The Browns send out their punter now. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. For the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Dillon. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw on 3rd down, Dillon. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to someone else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. It'll be Jones himself on the option. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly to fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
To a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And getting our first update now from Nashville, and it's the Titans. And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the 1st down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. This is Hunt. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing, Jones. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go option here with Jones. Now the pitch to Hunt. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Jones out to the flat. That's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 6 yards away. And the Browns are back within a score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Seven our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10, Browns 7.
Throwing on 1st down.
No!
Della.
No! No!
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys hit the rubber the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Jones now on 1st down. And finding the tight end Hooper.
pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. A quick throw complete out to Beckham. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
On 2nd and goal, Jones steps away, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Browns have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Dillon. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Number 12 yards there and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Dillon. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Off the play fake, Dillon steps away, and now he'll turn and off his back. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Complete to number 18.
From 8 yards out. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front.
Lining up for the extra point.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met. Like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Patriots take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Down, Cohen, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
On 1st and 10, Dillon. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dillon. Now they go screen. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Operating from the gun, Dillon. Escape, and the ball is loose. Dillon lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 20, the big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. He's at the 50. The 30. 20. 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
23 yards on the play.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Jones throwing on 1st down. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Jones finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Jones, going to throw again. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
For the field goal, a 34-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down at the 20.
No, dopo.
Second half, they came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
It across the 25 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. From the gun, Jones. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 35 yards that time on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, della. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Fighting through it. He's got space. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Patriots' 19-yard line.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have moved out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and the completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Dillon. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Dillon. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. His pass caught at the 4. And the Patriots are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
the 4. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Dillon. That's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Number 43.
From a yard out. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
Zane Gonzalez lining up for the end.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Drive about to get started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt, and not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep.
Vabbè, ma io non so come tutta la partita a fare ste cazzate, jet sweep, puttanate varie. Mamma mia, ragazzi. Mamma mia, che modo di giocare. Passaggino di là, puttanate di qua. Mamma mia, ragazzi. Che brutto modo di giocare. Alla faccia del sim. Com'era l'altro lì che ha fatto lì, fake punt? Mamma mia, ragazzi. Mamma mia.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Fake punt primo quarto, mamma mia, ragazzi.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the keeper, it's Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
The tackle made.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion.
Guarda lì, era già lì pronto a rifarlo. Era già lì pronto a rifarlo. Guarda lì che schifo. Era già lì pronto a rifarlo.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll run. This is Hunt. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the
Era ora
first
che si rompesse.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Rosa's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First down, New England.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
First down, Patriots.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Johnson.
Guarda lì con sto stick, guarda, guarda, a caso, completamente a caso.
7 yards there and a first
Mamma
down.
mia.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Draw play. Cohen. Now that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Off the bootleg. Dillon. They'll roll him out right. And
No.
this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw.
Porca di quella
Be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense, just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up.
Che schifo, guarda che schifo di arbitri di merda. Mamma mia, come fai a dare un roughing call in questo momento della partita? Guarda lì, l'ha portato sulle 43, sto schifoso.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. That's caught at the 25.
Ma non mi devi parlare amore così, però dai, 30 secondi alla fine, quarto. Zio fa.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
3-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Alexander. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And right now, with all rest pass on the right foot of Aldrich Rosas. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his third field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Browns are going to win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for New England, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.